Motorsports expert Tony Jardine and newspaper and radio ace Des Kelly are a media duo on an adventure of a lifetime. They're taking on one of the world's most testing motorsport events, the Arctic Lapland Rally. They have the use of a highly tuned rally car, prepared valuable pace notes, and are adapting well to the sub-zero climates that inundate the Arctic Circle. Their Arctic Rally adventure is reaching its pinnacle. Soon they will take on 10 world-class rally stages through the most punishing of terrains. It's the day of the rally and the local town of Rovaniemi still sleeps, whilst a small team of rally staff constructs the official start ramp for this year's Arctic Lapland Rally. In a few hours' time, this quiet high street will wake to the sounds of highly tuned rally cars eagerly waiting to cross the start ramp and proceed to the first stage. In a car park across town, drivers begin to collect their cars. Back in the hotel where Tony and Des have been staying, they're found nervously mingling, waiting to collect their car.
Hey, rock and roll, guys.
We're now on the morning of the rally and we're into final nervous preparations as far as I'm concerned anyway.
It all happens really fast. It all suddenly seems like a long way away. It's like today will go in a rush. These minutes now are flying by. The day will suddenly happen. It all happens at such a blur. You have to make sure you're on it from the start.
The adrenaline's pumping at the same time, the nerves come in so much you hope everything really works. Again, the ambition is to you get to the finish.
The Arctic Lapland Rally will officially start at 11 a.m. Back in the underground car park, it's clear that both are focused and itching to collect their car. They have an allocated time in which to cross the start ramp, so they must wait until it's their turn. Finally, that time arrives and they drive out into the minus 19 degrees centigrade morning air. Local roads are blocked as all 122 cars cross the symbolic start ramp in the centre of Rovaniemi. Tony and Des make their way to a special holding area where they wait for their allocated time.
Now we're queuing up to go over the ramp for the actual start of the rally, and it's all the kind of eager anticipation and nervousness and head buzzing. What have we forgotten? What have we done? After all the preparation that's gone on for months. So I am feeling nervous, very cold and excited, all mixed into one.
I think we're ready now. There's been plenty of planning, plenty of anxiety and worry, but we're there now, we're ready to go.
And just like that, Tony and Des's Arctic Rally adventure steps up a gear. The Arctic Lapland Rally officially begins with the first cars crossing the start line at stage 1, mid-morning. From then onwards, racing continues deep into the night, covering the first 5 stages over a period of 12 hours. With 122 cars competing, a strict allocated timetable is set up for arriving at the different stages.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Driving continuously to the limit, they will cover nearly 100 kilometres of punishing Arctic roads.
And caution, 5 right to caution 2 left, and 2 right, it's slippy.
As more and more cars tackle the first purpose-built stage, the Arctic Lapland Rally gets underway. Reported fog is due to settle in the afternoon, but for now, all the drivers are taking advantage of the good driving conditions. Whilst the first series of cars start to progress on through the stages and deep into the woodlands of northern Finland, Tony and Des are making a promising start. The sky is clear and the pair are already progressing up the timed rankings from their starting position of 75th. Des's pace notes have successfully guided the pair from the snowbank tracks of Stage 1 into the Finnish forests of Stage 2. Ollie is in touch via radio from the service park.
It's Friday morning. We've just spoken to Des and Tony. They've just finished the first 2 stages. They're through safe and sound. I think the nerves are starting to subside a bit. Now they've got their teeth into the rally proper. Everything's going well. They're happy. They're settling down. They'll be back into service later on today.
The terrain of the first 5 stages is mixed between tight and narrow woodland roads and a shorter purpose-built stage closer to the service park. Already, the slippery conditions are catching even the best drivers out. The Arctic temperature drops to negative 25 degrees, bringing with it the dense frozen fog previously forecast.
Slowing to 3 left, narrow and neat. And 3 right. To 4 left, 6 left 60 to 4 left. To 4 right.
Back in the service park, Tony and Des have completed the first 2 stages, and the pair have already seen their fair share of drama.
We just finished 2 stages. The second one was a proper forest stage, a long 30-kilometre stage. I was pleased. We got into a good rhythm. Des was brilliant.
We were flying actually. It was foggy, freezing fog, but we managed to work our way through. We had a good rhythm. 3 cars off. One of them was Picasso's grandson. And we caught some early in the stage. We caught up with the French team.
Got his snow dust for about 3-4 kilometres, couldn't get past it.
And he obviously got a bit rattled and he made a Jackson Pollocks of the corner and went off instead of a Picasso. And we did well there actually. Good luck. Shock ices.
Stage 3 and 4, said to Des, we've got to try and get that pace back and see if we can maintain it.
We felt like we were ploughing through a lot of carnage, but we got to the end. It's a long way to go, so we just have to be cautious and not get carried away. It's a good start.
Thanks, guys.
Good.
Night descends quickly throughout the winter months. The Arctic Circle has only 6 hours of daylight each day. Heading back out into the night, it's down to Des's navigation and pace notes to keep Tony on track. In the pitch black, over 30 cars have either spun out on corners or ploughed straight into the snowbanks through lack of vision. Driving at night is its own unique challenge. Pace notes are critical in ensuring the cars traverse the darkness at flat-out pace. Des guides Tony through the night stages to fight through the final stage of the first day. amateur duo tackle the Arctic night with as much skill and determination as their competition. They make their way through the last stage of the day as the temperature drops further, approaching minus 30 degrees centigrade. Finally, Tony and Des appear back at the service park, both looking tired and weary, but relieved and with a positive outlook of the day's events.
We're at the final service of the day. It's 9:15 at night. We've actually had a good start. We've had a good day, a very exciting day.
Very difficult, but tremendous. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay so far. So far.
We're here, it's in one piece, and it's a big day tomorrow.
The trick is to get to the finish, as far as I'm concerned. I've done this twice before, and we haven't quite made it. Well, I want to finish first of all, but we're not straggling around. We're pushing it. We seem to be going quite well. I don't want to tempt fate though, because it's only day one. And tomorrow's a lot of long, hard stages, and the last stage is just the killer, really.
Tomorrow's stages are long, the sting in the tail with the longest in the rally at well over 40 kilometres, stage 10. We want to keep a good pace, we want to keep consistent, and I want to try and read the snow and the ice conditions as much as I can, and we're aiming for that precious finish.
Wild Arctic conditions have already terminated 40 cars, but the media duo moved from 75 to an astonishing 28th after day one.
It's very slippy and very dangerous, but we seem to be in the right zones, but I hate tempting fate, so we've got two stages to go. One of them's huge.
Treacherous in there, had to be very, very careful, had a couple of big moments.
It's just a game of survival, and the last stage of the rally is the longest and the toughest of the event.
With another full day of adrenaline-engaged driving to the limit ahead of them, their Arctic Rally adventure reaches its climax as the pair are yet to take on the hardest stages.